My story in the United States starts in the second grade. Every year in elementary school, my teachers would ask the class to write autobiographies. These biographies, of course, entail the most essential information: our favorite color, food, subject, and so on. Yet, there was another question that I always encountered. Why did your family move to the United States? I was young and did not understand the complexity of that question. So I always made a beeline for the most simple, generic answer I knew. An answer that had been drilled into my head by my parents, teachers, and history textbooks. I wrote, my family and I moved to the United States for the economic and educational opportunities. I wrote that sentence every September for years and never thought much of it. It wasn't until I was much older that I began to ask myself, what exactly does educational opportunity entail? Well, my family and I are from India, a third world country where education is not guaranteed, a country where sons are favored and daughters are considered a burden. In India, even if women get an education, their career ends once they are married. My parents did not agree with this notion. My parents believed that a daughter, if raised right, could become as strong, independent, and intelligent as any son out there. They wanted daughters who could stand on their own 2 feet. This was not possible in India, so they moved to America, hoping to realize their dream for their daughters. I was 7 at the time, and in the blink of an eye, everything I held dear and familiar was gone. My only comfort was the love of reading my mother had instilled in me. From the turn of a page to the adventures that they unfolded, I found solace in books. The Queen's Flushing Public Library became my heaven, my safe haven in this new country. I was mesmerized by this library and the sheer number of books that it offered. It was a far cry from the library I had in India, which was a little more than a small room full of books. Fueled by my growing passion for reading, and now endless supply of books, I read everything I could get my hands on. I checked out the limit of 25 books every weekend. I also threw myself into my schoolwork. My father often said, there's no limit to opportunities in this country. They're merely waiting around the corner. But you gotta study to get to them. There is no way around that. So I read even more. I did everything I had to. I became a straight A student, salutatorian in middle school, and of course, got myself into a specialized high school, Bronx Science. I started my freshman year at Bronx Science with high hopes for pursuing my academic dreams. Along with my usual coursework, I decided to experiment with my extracurricular activities. So I gave debate team and key club a shot. I loved my time at Model UN, which brought me into contact with students from all over the world. My most rewarding work was by far my time at Flying Mains, a therapeutic horseback riding center for disabled children. Yet, about 6 months into my freshman year, I came to a painful, though blatantly obvious conclusion. My straight A's and extracurriculars were just not going to be enough for college. Money was now a factor. That is where the CCNY Bronx Science Scholarship comes into play. This scholarship keeps alive the opportunity that my parents fought so hard to give me when I was 7. The opportunity for an education, the opportunity to become the person I want to be. This scholarship gives me reason and the resources to keep fighting past my obstacles. It allows me to keep believing in what my parents taught me. I am now a computer science major at City College. I have a job and have volunteered with autistic children. I look forward to working with the Global Medical Brigades and studying abroad over the next couple of years. For me, the Bronx Science CCNY Scholarship brings the idea of educational and economic opportunity to life. It is helping me realize my American dream. Above all, it instills in me great gratitude and a desire to give back. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the donors present for everything they have given me and the other students. I am here today because of you, and I can only hope to pass this opportunity on to others in the future. Thank you.